Hi you guys, so welcome to my first YouTube video. I am so excited to finally be sitting down and filming this. If you know me, you know I've been thinking about making a YouTube channel for a really long time. I love all things girly. In this first video, I am going to answer the question that I get the most, and that is how I do my hair. I've been doing my hair the same way for probably like 4 years, and I get questions about it all. So this is actually my day 2 hair. I washed and curled my hair yesterday evening, and then I slept on it, and I've kind of gone throughout my day to day, and it's just a little bit loose and just kind of falling out. Sometimes I wear my hair like this, but I usually like the curls a little bit more tight, and the way I curl my hair on like day 2 is the same exact way that I curl it on day 1, so I figured why not just show it like this, because I had time to film today. Okay, so I brushed out my hair so it's a little detangled, and then I'm just taking the very top section, not too much, but just to get it out of the way. Taking this much, just twist it up and put it in a clip. And I like to vary the size of the sections that I take. I think it gives your hair more volume and just kind of makes it look a little bit different instead of all the curls looking the same. I like my hair a little bit messy and almost like slightly beachy, but not really. So I take pretty small sections, especially in the front. The sections will kind of get bigger as I go to the back, but again, not by too much. And then I use I think it's the 32 millimeter wand by NUME. It's the bigger size. There's like a smaller and a bigger, and I use the bigger. And it's all heated up, and this is kind of weird, but I do have very naturally like curly and frizzy hair, and for some reason after I sleep on my hair or just kind of as the week goes on, my hair gets curly at the base. So sometimes you'll notice at the base of my hair I have like a little curl, and I have my straightener just in case I have like a really intense curl that I need to take care of, but for the most part it doesn't look that curly today, so I'm not going to use my straightener. But if there's like a tiny little crinkle that I don't want to totally use my straightener for, I will kind of pull the hair pretty tight, and then I just use my wand and I rub the wand over it. You can even do it underneath it as well. I prefer kind of like a straighter look on top. I don't really bring the curls. You can kind of see, so I'll just explain. So I kind of wrap it around. Again, this piece is pretty small because it's near the front, and I'll wrap it to the very root of my hair at first, and then you'll see I kind of pull it away slowly. That's just because I don't really like when the curl goes all the way up to my head, because my hair is already pretty thick. For me, I think it just looks a little bit too, looks too much for me. I kind of prefer like a little bit of straightness at the top. And then the ends, again, I will kind of vary these as well. I wouldn't say leave like, I guess this is maybe like an inch. I'm so bad with measurements, but yeah, I would say this is like maybe an inch left out. But again, I kind of vary it as I go. So kind of the same deal. Just pull it all the way, curl it up to base of my head, and then just pull it and leave a little bit on the end. And again, I'm not leaving it for very long because it is already curled. I might hold it a little bit longer if I thought I was going to only curl my hair once, but this is the second time I'm doing it, so it really doesn't need to stay that long. And then here we go. I would say the first, maybe like the first 5 pieces, I curl away from my face. So you gotta pull it away and make sure you're careful, because I've been curling my hair for forever, so I kind of know. I think I have a pretty like thick skull, or like tough skin on my skull. So honestly, I can kind of put the wand right up to my head, which I'm sure is probably really not good for me, but it doesn't hurt and I can do it with no problem. So, and again, it's only a couple seconds, so I'll curl it all the way up and then pull it away. But again, that also kind of adds a little bit of straightness because I am pulling it all the way up there and then slowly releasing it. Ouch. And then I guess I'll curl this one towards my face since it is towards the top. And again, So I'm curling this towards my face, pretty much wrapping it around the barrel the same way and pulling it loose. And then I kind of shake, if you notice, after I curl each piece. You can still kind of mess with your hair. I don't think a lot of people know this, but obviously your hair is still hot once you release it from the wand. So I like to shake it a little bit just to make sure that there isn't a tight curl right near my face. Yeah, just keep going. I would say at the very bottom of my hair, I try to make sure the curls go away. I would like more towards the top is where every few pieces I'll curl a few forward. But for the most part, you want the hair that's gonna fall. So like the hair that's right here, you want it to go away from your face. It'll make your hair look bigger and it'll kind of keep it from just like falling in, if that makes sense. So I hope I'm explaining this. Oh, sorry about that. I hope I'm explaining this okay. So again, pulling it, and as soon as I get to the root, I start pulling it. Make sure it's not tight at the top. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull one more piece of hair forward. About that thick. And curl it towards my face, just so we have a little bit of texture. Sorry, I think there's like an airplane going by my house or something, if you hear that. I curl a few towards my face just so there's some texture. When I was in high school, I used to curl it all one way, which is fine, but that just means your curls are gonna kind of clump together and almost like create one, and that's just kind of not the look that I'm going for. So I am gonna go ahead and curl the rest of this bottom layer, and I'll speed through it so that you don't have to sit here for like 10 minutes just watching it. But yeah, so I'm gonna curl that just the same way I did these couple pieces, and then I will talk to you guys again when I am at the top section. Okay, before we move on to the top section, I like to spray just while, you know, the curls are still set, and they'll still fall, but I just like to spray them at this point just to be sure, you know, just to be sure. I use the Rusk Weightless Plus hairspray, the extra stronghold. I have tried so many other hairsprays, but I always come back to this one. It smells amazing, first of all, but it also just like, it doesn't make your hair greasy. It doesn't give like a gritty texture. You really can't feel it on your hair, I don't think. You can still mess with your hair and change things once you sprayed it in there. And yeah, I seriously always come back to this one, and it's like 16 bucks, but it lasts a really long time. So I don't spray too much, again, because I want my curls to kind of fall anyway. So the hairspray isn't super crucial. Honestly, you can kind of skip this if you want the more like loose curl look, but just add a little bit, kind of mess with it. All right, so let's move on to this top layer. Again, I'm going to kind of part it, and then I don't do anything too different for the top, honestly, maybe just smaller sections if anything. And then this is when I do, I still make sure it's a little bit straighter on top and that no curls snuck up. And I don't try to hold these front pieces on the curling iron for very long at all. I like them to be very soft, and I don't like the front pieces to be very tight, so I'll probably hold it for longer and again do bigger sections as I go more towards the back. But when you're in the front, just keep them smaller and just hold them on there for a little bit less time. Try to find them, sometimes that's tricky. Again, pulling it always forget this little piece right here. Again, the good thing I like about the wand is that I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving and easygoing than a curling iron. I couldn't curl my hair with a curling iron if you like had a gun to my head. Like, I tried so many times. I just can't do it. The clamp always messes with me, but wands, I think they're just, you can kind of almost like, I don't know, I think to me it's so much easier, but I like that I can kind of, I don't know, I just think it's so easy to work with, and you can literally only hold it on there for like a couple of seconds and get such a loose, pretty wave. I don't know, I just love the wand. So, since we're done with this side, I'll just spray it a little bit. Nothing too much. I'm not too worried about spraying it in place. Like, I'm not going to pull my bangs up crazy high and spray them or anything because, again, I like a more messy look, and if it falls on my face, then it falls on my face. Half the time I end up just putting my hair behind my ears anyway. Ouch. So again, just taking it, curling, curling, curling. And since this side is thicker and has more hair, I get kind of lazy. Like, this is the section of my hair that I definitely dread doing. I don't know why, I just don't, it's just not my favorite, but you gotta do it. Make sure if you are going for a messy look, I know a lot of people leave a lot of hair out at the ends, like a few inches. I've tried that, and to be honest, I think it just looks like honestly, when people leave this much out, it's like, it's not cute. I think if you're super undone, like if you're literally just going for like a wave or like a beachy look, that'd be cute. But since these are still curls, I would say definitely keep it to like an inch or so. And again, depending on your hair, obviously this is going to last different amounts of time for different people. I have really thick curly hair. It can hold a curl pretty well, so I probably won't curl this again. Okay, last piece. I'm so excited. I kind of have a cowlick in this area of my head, so I'm surprised it's not more curly than it is today. Usually I definitely have to take a straightener to this area, but today I don't, thank goodness. So just taking it again, I don't hold it for very long, mess with it, make sure it's how you want it. I'll grip this one a little bit since it is a little bit more hair and spray it, but not much. So yeah, this is how it looks right after curling it. Sorry, there's a cement truck driving by my house right now, if you hear that. So yeah, it looks like this. It's very curly, kind of flat on the top, but that's how I like it. But you still have volume and it's very bouncy. Okay, so that is it. I just sprayed my hair really lightly with one last coat of hairspray, and now I'm ready to run out the door. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got some tips out of it of how to curl your hair with a wand to get hair like this. I am so appreciative that you guys even clicked on it, and I'm looking forward to making weekly videos, so make sure you check back next week for my next video. I'll also leave my social media down below if you want to follow me on there. Feel free to leave a comment of just anything. If you want to tell me videos you want to see in the future, or if you just want to say hi, I'd love to talk with you guys in the comments. So Yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.